Hello and welcome to Sunshine Plus, a program sponsored by the Ondo State government. I am Dakbo Aruwa-Joye. The June 12th story has been resonating in the last 26 years with different angles to it. Now it has ended well, as the day was declared the nation's Democracy Day in June last year. As we all know, the first Democracy Day on June 12 has come and gone to the admiration of Nigerians, but the message is still with us. The Sunshine State celebrated the day with style, and Sunshine Plus was there to capture every bit of the occasion. And also on the lineup, recently, the Ondo State government stepped up efforts at transforming the rural communities across the state by distributing checks worth 516 million for self-help projects in 37 communities, and 13 vulnerable groups also benefited from this fund. We'll bring that to you in the second half. But firstly, let us begin with our story on June 12. In Ondo State, the Oluwarotimi Akeredolu-led government lauded President Muhammadu Buhari's courage in righting the wrong of history. At the International Center for Culture and Events in Akure, the audience was thrilled with a drama which traced the struggle to enthrone democratic governance in the country. Now sit back and savor the story.
On the march again.
On the march again.
Looking for Mr. President.
On the march again.
MKO is our man.
June 12 carries huge significance in the annals of politics in Nigeria. It was on this date in 1993 that presidential elections were held for the first time since 1983 military coup. An event many observers described as the most significant in Nigeria's post-independence political history. It is still viewed as the free, fair and most peaceful election ever held in Nigeria. On this day, an estimated 14 million Nigerians, irrespective of ethnic, religious, class and regional affiliations, elected their president, a candidate of the Social Democratic Party, Chief Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola, a businessman, publisher, politician and aristocrat of the Yoruba clan, and his running mate, Babangana Kingibe. The euphoria was short-lived as the results of the election were never released. It was during the struggle that MKO Abiola, the presumed winner of the election, died in detention in 1998 under the military regime of General Sani Abacha. And since then, many Nigerians are of the opinion that June 12 should be a national holiday. However, only some Nigerian states like Ondo State were actually celebrating it, until when President Muhammadu Buhari surprised the whole nation by declaring June 12 the new Democracy Day to replace May 29. In Ondo State, southwest Nigeria, drums were rolled out this year to celebrate June 12, Democracy Day. The hall was filled with people who came from far and near to witness an event organized by the state government tagged What the Future Holds. The Ondo State Theatre Group and veteran Nollywood actors, in a drama presentation titled Democracy, The Struggle Continues, gave a vivid representation of events which led to the celebration of democracy in Nigeria.
And the desire of our people to install democracy. What's the meaning? How prepared are they?
The Orogun of Okeila, Osun State, Oba Adedokun Abolarin, who was the chairman of the occasion, and other speakers urged Nigerian leaders to use the celebration of June 12 as Democracy Day to reflect on building young Nigerians for the country.
Democracy is not a way of life. It's not a form of government alone, but a way of life. Tolerance, consensus building, respect for others, mutual. The preparation for the future is key. Some of us, the next 30 years, the next 40 years, the next 20 years, we are not going to be around. That's a fact of life. Mortals, we don't tend to think like that. Baba Olo was at a point in time volleyball in Western region, and he used his time, he used his energy, he used his mental capacity to nurture a future, and that is the future you and I are now enjoying. That is the clarion call for all of us. Wherever you find yourself, build, stop complaining, fix it. Fix it, fix it, for the sake of these young souls who are going to take over from us. Let us use democracy to build a rosy future for our children.
It's a very good development. It's something that we have been expecting all along, because for a very long period in this country, our governments lived in denial of what June 12 means to our democracy. Because if there was no June 12, we'll probably not have 1999, and we will not be where we are today. So recognizing that day as Democracy Day is very, very important, especially because some people feel that June 12 was all about the Southwest, was all about the Yoruba. That was far from the case. Those who led the struggles came from different parts of the country. The demonstrations and protests took place in different parts of the country, and more importantly, 40 million Nigerians that time, gave their mandate to Basharu M.K. Abiola. So, in a sense, that mandate, has been restored, though not fully, but I think it's a very significant step forward.
The presumed winner of the June 12 election, the annual June 12 election, M.K. Abiola, has now been justified. Today, we are celebrating across the country is a major milestone, and we feel good that President Muhammadu Buhari has recognized June 12 as our Democracy Day in Nigeria.
But Nigeria is also returning to the path of true democracy, because that is the most acclaimed, the best acclaimed election in Nigeria. So for President Buhari to have finally officially accepted this day as a day of democracy in Nigeria, it gives everybody a sense of belonging.
Ondo State Governor Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Akeredolu SAN, who was represented by his deputy Honorable Agboola Ajayi, resolved that Nigerians have a collective responsibility to make the country better.
June 12, like the brother said here, the slogan of last city was Hope 93. Hope 93, it was supposed to be bye-bye to Lady. We must always like to accept this. This is the only thing that can make Abiola happy anywhere he is. In doing this, like all of us know that the government at all level is doing everything to see, especially on those states, the federal government, under President Muhammadu Buhari is doing everything to see that we continue to create jobs for our youth, and create a friendly environment for everybody to survive.
Democracy Day in Nigeria is being celebrated on the 12th of June this year for the first time, and the change carries heavy symbolism for a country that's known more years of being ruled by military men than by democratically elected leaders. Most importantly, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, will forever remain in the good books of many Nigerians for setting aside a day to remember Abiola's stolen mandate and an annulled election that many still view as the country's freest and fairest in the history of Nigeria and democracy. Reports compiled by Timileyin Ogushelere and presented by Adiola Adeniyi for Sunshine Plus.
Welcome back. Recently, the distribution of 560 million naira checks to another set of 37 communities and 13 vulnerable groups by Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Akeredolu SAN was described by stakeholders who were present at the occasion in the state capital as laudable. Enjoy the report.
As part of the efforts aimed at transforming the rural areas in Ondo State, the state's governor, Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Akeredolu SAN, recently presented checks of 516 million naira to the second batch of 37 communities and 13 vulnerable groups listed to benefit from the gesture. The step is to enable the beneficiaries to kickstart their self-help and empowerment projects under the community and social development projects. The Akeredolu administration had presented checks totaling 167 million naira to the first set of 19 communities for similar purpose in 2017. Speaking at the event held at the International Center for Culture and Events in Akure, the governor said the gesture was in line with the unwavering determination of his administration to run an inclusive government, which, according to him, involves every citizen and resident of the state. The governor, who was represented by the deputy governor, Honorable Abola Ajayi, lauded the state's community and social development agency, saying it has lived up to expectation in ensuring that the people utilize their innate intelligence and indigenous capacity to drive development in the state, especially at the grassroots.
You will recall that this administration presented checks with a total sum of 167 million to the first set of 19 communities to enable them benefit from the community and social development project additional financing. This is in line with the unwavering determination of the administration to run an inclusive government which involves every citizens and residents of Ondo State in its development plan. I am here once again to present the checks of a total sum of 560 million naira. 160 million naira to the second set of 37 communities and 13 vulnerable groups to kickstart the implementation of their self-help and empowerment projects, respectively under the community and social development projects additional fund financing. Let me reiterate that this government has come to you this day with a message of hope, a clear agenda of prosperity, and a vision of life abundance.
The governor commended the special advisor for impacting 142 communities across the 3 senatorial districts through 361 projects. In his welcome address, the special advisor, Right Honorable Victor Olabinton, said Ondo State was one of the 27 states, including the FCT, participating in community and social development projects, additional financing fully certified by the World Bank.
The World Bank Assisted Community and Social Development Project overall goal is to improve access to services of human development, while the project developmental objective is to support empowerment of communities and local government authorities for increased access by the poor to improve social and natural resources in infrastructure services and for sustainable manner. Ondo is one of the 37 states, including FCT, participating in the program of this World Bank. It maintains you, ladies and gentlemen, that CIDP implementation strategy has continued to be a bottom-up approach. In our order, last
Speaking on behalf of the beneficiaries, Chief Ola Adesheye and Mr. Peter Dabo appreciated Arakunri Oluwarotimi Akeredolu for the creativity and innovation brought to bear on governance in the state.
The journey started about 16 months ago. We gathered ourselves together, group of people. Prior before now, there have been empowerment for the fiscally challenged people. But those empowerment are not inclusive, just gather some fiscally challenged persons, buy them wishes. At the end of the day, some are not even using wheelchair. Some end up sending it to all these who matters. But the government came to us and asked us, what do you want us to do for you? To tell them that these are priority projects. And among the priority projects that we choose, they approve the Gari and Cocoa Processing Center for us. And today, the project is ongoing. It was like a joke, because previously, government will promise you something, and that is the end of it. But this government, I want to tell you, is a very clear government. Ó yà mí lẹ́nu lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀, torí mi ò láti gbà tán bí mi ò tí ì rí tí ìjọba tí wọ́n máa lọ sí ìgbèríko pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ìdàgbàsókè, wọ́n á ní wọ́n yan àwọn kọ́mítì ẹlẹ́rìí mẹ́jọ, wọ́n á ní wọ́n fẹ́ gbé owó bàtàbàtà fún wọn láti ṣe iṣẹ́ ìdàgbàsókè ti ìlú. Ó jẹ́ ìyàlẹ́nu fún mi nítorí pé ìgbà tí a gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn ló sọ pé nàláì, ṣùgbọ́n lọ́jọ́ èyí nàláì ó di nàdú. Màá rọ ìjọba lóṣù Akérédolú wọ́n túbọ̀ tẹ̀síwájú nínú ètò yìí torí ètò yìí dára púpọ̀. Ìdàgbàsókè ìgbèríko ṣùgbọ́n èmi á pè ní aṣọ ìgbèríko dára.
In his remarks, the general manager of the agency, Mr. Bosun Ogundipe, said the agency has put in place monitoring mechanism which will make it difficult for any community or groups to embezzle or divert the funds.
We have come here to empower the people, the rural poor communities and the vulnerable groups in the state. Right now, a check of about 516 million has just been presented by Mr. Governor Arakunri Oluwarotimi Akeredolu to this set of beneficiaries. And the funds, as have been released today, are expected to be used by the people themselves to foster development in their various communities.
By and large, the World Bank assisted program has gone a long way in achieving the JMPPR cardinal policies of the Akiti administration. Perpetual Iboba for Sunshine Plus.
And that's it on Sunshine Plus this week. Join us next time for another interesting package. I am Dakbo Arua Joy. Thanks for being a part of it, and God bless the Sunshine State.